know that we're not wasting time on a guy that's going to break our heart, right? Because we've all done that in the past. So how do we actually know if the guy that we're falling for is somebody who is good for us? If you only ever experience a really toxic level of relationships, then it's really hard to know if what you're now getting is something that is actually good.
Yo, what is going on, Warband? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And today we're looking at a video titled How to Tell If He Is a Good Guy, What to Look For in a Guy When Dating. This is a re-upload. Hopefully the volume's better on this one, but let's crack into it.
And like I've said in other videos, if the healthy standard is here, but you've only ever experienced down here, the moment that you get something remotely better than the low level that you've actually experienced, you'll start to think, oh, well, this is a great guy and this is a great relationship. But if the standard is still up here, and that's not even a high standard, that's just the fundamental standard in order to be able to have a fulfilling relationship, then you're still going to have that big gap. And we want to make sure that you're not setting yourself up for this unmet expectation, or you're not falling in love with somebody who isn't able to give you what is needed in order to build a healthy relationship as well.
Guys, I'll be honest. All of this is going straight through my brain. It's straight through one ear, out the other. Um, See, videos like this are a gateway for women to be able to encourage each other to settle down with a beta bucks guy. That's what it is. It's rationalization to say, hey, you need to put up, you need to start looking for that beta guy, give him all the boundaries in the world to manipulate him for his resources, and go from there. See, this is the kind of video that girls will look at, and when they're 30, 40, they're hitting the wall, they'll start to go, oh yeah, I need to have some standards. I need to put up my standards. And then they'll put up the standards for the poor sucker that comes along that thinks he's getting a good deal when his girlfriend has been, with 50 gazillion other dudes before him. And he thinks that she's his princess and that she can do him no wrong because she loves him. But she only loves him, quote unquote, loves him because that's the stage of her life that she's in now and that's what she needs. She needs security. She needs to check out of the dating market while she still can with someone who's got resources.
So that's why I find it really important that we learn to familiarize ourselves with what those indications of someone's character, actions, and words are early on when we're starting to date them and get to know them. Remember, we gravitate to what we're familiar with. And if you've only ever dated men who treated you like crap, or men who weren't able to give you a healthy relationship, then chances are you'll keep kind of pulling back to that just because you know that.
That is so beyond incorrect. It isn't even funny. What she just said is incorrect. The girls don't go back to toxicity and awful people because that's what they're familiar with. You see how that just removes um, all the levels of accountability? See that? By the way, guys, be sure to join the Discord. I forgot to mention that at the start. Um, but it's not because of familiarity. See, that's just words to basically say, hey, I can't make good decisions, um, but it's not my fault. It absolutely is your fault. Um, because at the end of the day, you're genuinely attracted to that. It's not a matter of, oh well, I've had it before, so it's not nothing to do with familiarity. Like, in what way does that make any sense? It just doesn't. They're attracted to it because they're attracted to it, not because it's familiar. They just can't take accountability for the type of people that they're attracted to.
Okay, and your mind knows that, and it's almost like you're subconsciously drawn to that because you know how to handle it. I want to make sure
That's just beyond stupid. Beyond stupid.
that you ladies are falling in love with a man who is good for you, and that you're able to actually recognize that so you don't self-sabotage your chances of true happiness.
Yeah, I'm 30 to 40 now, and I've recognized that, you know what? I need to love a guy who can provide for me and treat me like the queen that I am. You see how love changes circumstantially? See how it doesn't actually mean anything? You see how videos like this exist to encourage a shifting of, to use love like a manipulation tactic. 'Cause that's what it is. Because girls will watch this video and go, oh yeah, true. And then they'll go out and use the love word and sucker some beta guy, but she doesn't love him at all. It's just a tool.
So let's get into those 10 signs right now. Number one, he is respectful. And this doesn't just mean that he's respectful towards you, but also to other people around you, and also has self-respect himself. It's no point him, treating you with respect if he then go and degrades himself and he does things that are disrespectful towards himself, or he puts down people publicly in front of you.
You know what's a sign of disrespect to yourself, guys? One of the biggest things you should never do is put up with behavior that you don't want to put up with. Guys, you literally don't have to put up with crappy behavior. You get that, right? Like, so this woman will go on about how, it's good for a man to have self-respect, but then she'll cry when men actually show themselves self-respect and stop dealing with crap. You see, they want to be able to bully around a man, poke around a man, manipulate a man. But if he actually has the self-respect to leave and put up with their BS, he's misogynistic. He's awful. He's abusive. He won't do what I tell him to do, so he's abusive. See? Um, see what she said? You absolutely should have self-respect. And you know what that comes in the form of? It usually comes in the form of not listening to crap that is being said to you. And you know what? That'll get you called a whole host of names. It really will. Um, but self-respect over everything else, honestly, guys.
Respect is really important in a relationship because it basically means that you are protecting self-love and you're enhancing the other person's self-love as well.
What does that even mean? Can anyone tell me what that means? What a useless bunch of words to use. What a vague, useless bunch of words to use. You see, this is what I talk about when I say that men tend to talk in more objective reality terms, and women tend to talk more in words that don't make sense. That sentence that she just said, um, I feel like in order to translate that, I should be sitting at my desk right now, with like a long row of crystals of varying colors, and that I should be arranging them in a particular way, to a particular note underneath a particular star sign, to understand. See what I mean? It just that's my brain.
Number two, they make you feel valued and they prioritize you. A good guy is a guy who actually makes you feel that you are a center of his, attention, that you are a priority and you're not just an option. And that when
Guys, never, ever, ever do that. If you want a girl to run for the hills, if you want to repulse a girl as quickly as possible, if you want her to just run out of the door and leave you, do what this woman just said right here. Make her the sole focus of your attention, and make her feel like she's the only one for you and that you have no other options. That is how you make a girl run for the damn hills. And that is how you get used. That is how a girl will know, hey, I can use this guy, get whatever I want. And not only that, I could probably go out and bang Chad too. And this is what men are being led to believe is the optimal thing to do. You see how gross that is? You see how bad that is for men? Do you guys like understand just how terrible that is for men's health to be giving advice like this? It's this is literally brainwashing. It really is. It's so disgusting because girls are gonna watch this video, and then guys are gonna ask those girls, "Hey, what do you look for in a guy? What how do I get a girlfriend? How do I do this?" They'll go to the girl for relationship advice, and then the girl will say this exact stuff back to that guy, and that guy's gonna follow those instructions because that's what we do as guys, right? We take objective information and we put it into the world. Um, we follow words on a contractual basis. Because if someone says something, then it means that it's true. It can be actionable. So we'll follow those instructions. And guys will go out there and follow these instructions and have zero success, and then they'll be told that they're the monsters and they're the reason why it didn't work. No, your advice is incorrect and it's malicious to men. That's what it is.
he does spend time with you, that he's not on his phone and he's not doing a million other things, but he actually is placing true value on you by being present every time that he is with you.
Why should I do that? What do you bring to my life? That stuff that you just listed right there is so expensive to you. You want those things from me? My God, what are you giving in return? Answer me that. Because the answer is probably nothing, right? Most guys are doing all this stuff and they're getting nothing in return. Zero, zilch, nada, boys, nothing. When in actual fact, those actions that she just described are the most valuable things you can do as a guy. Like they're your resource in a relationship. You can't just be putting all your chips on the table and giving it to your partner, guys. You have no leverage. You have nothing. You're not going to generate any attraction. She's not going to care about you. She's going to feel like you're just someone that she can hold under her thumb and do whatever she wants to. See that? You can't liberally be giving away these things that she just mentioned. Your attention, your time, your resources, your focus. No, 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 no. Those are precious things, guys. Very precious things. But anyway, I think we will leave it there. And yeah, boys, it has been Taylor the Fiend. Join the Discord if you haven't. The link is in the description. I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.
It's the way that they made me so alive. Feel the pain that is blown deep over time. On the mind.